Alright, so I'm still using my phone. I'm actually very curious as to what this native camera app thing is about. Apparently, it's supposed to make my phone look less like a phone and more like a camera. I've been doing test shots and stuff like that. I just don't know how to feel about it quite yet. It's hard to kind of grasp what exactly, like, the sky just disappeared. But the sky looking dark is pretty cool. It's a weird mix. Hold on. I'm gonna expose more with my shutter than the ISO. The ISO is as low as it can go, but I do kind of want that sky in the background because it does look nice, but it does blow me out a little bit. But I'm just gonna kind of walk around a little bit. Yeah, so I saw this video not that long ago, kind of about the native camera app, and if it does actually work and it does get rid of the sharpening of the video, because on its own this looks nice to me, this looks fantastic, but does it look better than the normal camera app? I'm going to swap over to that one right now to kind of get a peek on what's different between this right now and that. I have everything pretty much set automatic, except I did turn the ISO all the way low. That's something you can't do on the native camera app. So let me switch to that. So even there, the transition looks awful. And yeah, this looks kind of interesting. Let's say I expose for the sky and lock that. Although, yeah, even still, I mean, everything looks extremely sharp. And the sky in the background, I mean, it's cool, but I mean, it still kind of exposes a little strange. Like, I'm sure I look more, I don't know, bright than anything else, even though the sky is going to be a dark shade. So it's exposing for me and the sky. It's kind of doing this HDR thing, even so much so that you can see on my hair, which is awful, by the way. Don't pay attention to that. That when there's other colors, it has like a halo around me, essentially. So let me swap back over to the other one. So yeah, coming back to this one, obviously I'm more cropped out. There's less stabilization just right off the bat. They were the same lens, by the way. But kind of moving close to here, it does look more camera-like, less HDR halation and stuff like that. It is only the 8-bit part of this application, but it is 4K 60. And it looks like everything is just a bit darker, which is nice. I can even darken it just a bit more. But let me keep me somewhat exposed. Say if I'm moving it, it'd probably be about, I don't know, maybe about there, just to kind of keep me in shot. But it seems like at least on the screen, I'm less close, which is nice, but that means there's less optical stabilization. So when I'm moving around, it probably feels more like an older GoPro, just on the wide lens, which is cool. But it is like darker. See, if I get out of the shadows, you can kind of see it's exposing more dark. Although I'm very confused as to why. Like, you can obviously tell over here it's dark, but when I move closer, it brightens up, and I find that very interesting. I wonder if that's just something to, because everything should be locked. It shouldn't be moving around. So I'm confused as to why it's doing that. Because it looks nice not with the sun. See, it looks nice like right there, you know, I'm kind of, it's exposing for me. My hair keeps getting all up in my way. That's why I usually wear a hat. And that looks nice. That looks great. I'm a little dark, but I'm wearing dark clothes. That makes sense. But why does it do that when it gets closer to the sun? That's strange. I wonder if that's just a sensor thing that can't be changed when it is, like, even if it is, like, programmed to lock it. Like, the sensor of the phone still has that in it, that it has to expose separately. Because, look, even right there, looks nice, and then blown out highlights. It's crazy. I don't understand. Let me switch to the 1x lens. So this is where things should be a little more interesting. It's still doing the exposing for the sky thing, which I'm not entirely sure of. Yeah, I can't do anything about it. That I know of, at least. But, I mean, it is very cropped in. It is like that 20, I think it's 26 millimeter lens on the phone. But if this app gets rid of the digital sharpening, I could forgive the highlight stuff going on. That's totally fine. I could accept that. And I would actually consider purchasing the $10 like unlock 10-bit feature. With a phone, however, I don't really see the big point in having 10-bit if the colors come out nicely. So I'll kind of mess around with the settings here in a little bit and see if I could get something that I kind of really enjoy looking at. But just moving around, I do only have the optical image stabilization on. You can turn it up higher, but I kind of prefer a little bit of shake. I feel like it gives it character, and it kind of makes it so that you have to be conscious of what you're filming. And that's the reason I did get the Panasonic G7 before, is because I wanted to be more conscious about how I was filming. However, the autofocus was always like stuck in my mind. So instead of telling a story that I wanted to tell, I would be more focused on, is it in focus, you know? So let me switch over to the normal camera app and see what the difference is between the sharpening. So this is normal 1x. Let's start back over here. It does look a lot more cropped in. Like actually an egregious amount more cropped in. And let's turn this way kind of toward the trees. That's where we're gonna see most of it, is like my hair in the trees. So if I'm looking at the trees, I mean, they look like shit on the screen. Like extremely over sharpened. And that's like my biggest problem, is that it's just so sharp that it's sharp and too much saturation. It's too saturated, the colors don't look real, and it's too sharp. Like it's just so sharp that it's too much. Like it looks too much like a phone. And the person who made the app, I'm gonna give them credit right here, had the same thing. They want to unlock phone sensors because they're not bad sensors, they're just badly processed sensors. And I agree. I'm gonna switch over back to the native. And you see already, it should be less sharp. That's the theory, at least, because I can only see right now what's going on the screen. And obviously it's still exposing oddly for the highlights, which I don't quite understand yet. But, I mean, with a little bit of tinkering, I should do that right now. Hold on. Oh my goodness. Right when I started tinkering, it started raining. So I gotta take shelter. I got electronics in my backpack. So this rant is gonna have to wait just a second, but if I start messing with it, then I can make it look kind of more like the cameras that I really enjoy. I mean, this isn't bad. This is still a little wet. I should just go inside. So a more interestingly fun fact that I wasn't quite aware of is that there is, I'll just leave it on auto, honestly. You have the ability to use the front camera, and I find that super cool. Holding my phone open in the like full tablet mode or whatever you want to call it is tough. And here's the normal one. Like, as you can tell, everything looks on the screen specifically so much like more digital sharp, and a lot of people can't discern the difference between digitally sharp and detailed. Philip Bloom, I think, has a video about it, kind of going into detail. It's just if you turn up the digital slider, you'll see that everything looks more fake and like it doesn't have any character. And as much as I like iPhone videos and like know that they can be beautiful, all videos, especially in the parkour scene, that everyone takes with an iPhone looks exactly the same and has no character because of that. And That's why I'm very interested in the native camera app. So all in all, I'm hoping that this native camera app, especially because I'm making a very like long rant about it, is actually as good as I'm hoping it is. In the video, it looked nice, and if it can get rid of even just like 25% of the digital sharpening that goes on, I will be happy. I will be happy, and I will purchase the app. But I need a couple more like days to kind of play around with this and see if I actually like it, and if it's any different than just pressing my little camera button twice and popping it up and pressing record. And if not, I'll learn how to program this camera specifically as my main shortcut camera. I think it'll be worth it. So, yeah, that's about it. It stopped raining for now. Looks cool. So I am out of here for now.